Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with DDM Jam on GTA 5, and we have a little bit of a theme going on to begin with, and that is managing to, well, spiral through the air and somehow land on your wheels. This time it is the armoured car going for a bunch of flips and twists and rolls, and admittedly loses a little bit of style points because it landed pointing backwards. However, other than that, not too bad. Wasn't quite expecting that big amount of airtime. Gliska up next on Horizon 4. Now, this is actually during a Hunt the Survivors live stream. We have an LM002 trying to get away from, I think it was me in the R8 somewhere in the background. And the Lamborghini, well, finds a lamppost that is enough to roll it over. Now, I've seen cars roll at that corner before. The Lamborghini gets immensely lucky, though. It's doing it during a chase, lands on its wheels, and can continue. At the end of the day, the park is a good place for an off-road SUV against a supercar. Reborn up next on Wreckfest. Now, turn 1 at this particular circuit is well known for causing grief. You run a little bit too fast through here, you can get in trouble, and sure enough, gets airtime, can't steer the car away from the edge of the circuit. Rather than a roll, though, we're going to go for actually a really rather clean front flip. Only 6 hit points worth of damage were done there. That, of all the good landing, that went pretty well. Caller's up next on BeamNG Drive. Just misjudges an AI car turning off, and it is a lovely, well, there are bits of car flying around, that's for sure. I think that's a front bumper, and the car is now quite broken. It was a hell of a flip, fantastically well landed, and then I don't know whether that was supposed to be like an undercover police car that was trying to stop him, or whether it was just an AI doing something derpy. Either way, all of that spectacular landing was for naught. Zaxter up next on Need for Speed Underground 2. Yep, we are continuing the theme. This is another one where it doesn't quite spot the traffic car in time. Pings off the front, and there we go for the twisty, flippy, spinny, rolly, and just about land pointing the right way direction. Not bad on the landing. Welsh Toast up next on R-Factor 2 with a Formula car having an argument with the curb. Funnily enough, the curb wins on this one. I don't quite know what's going on with the glitchy sort of rear wing assembly. Don't worry about that. I don't know. I presume mods do something funky with replay cameras or something. But yeah, the car ahead just launches over the curb, goes for a big tumble off the side of, I don't actually know if it's an AI car or a player car actually that goes for the roll. But yeah, that's a big crash. That is a big crash. A large number of rolls, but it lands on its wheels and it can just about carry on. Dirt Rally, of course, is where you normally see these sort of incidents. Uncle Salad is racing the 037, gets a big twitch coming over a crest, and that is a, what is it, a 540 going on or something along those lines. That was a big old spin through the air. It does still land pointing the right way. Iguana the Great, though, with a Lancia Fulvia. This is the more usual roll you see on Dirt Rally, although this time not quite keeping up with the landing on the wheels. Nope, it was a massive roll though, just carries a bit too much speed, gets a wheel in the ditch, hits the kind of cliff face, and off we go. Tumbling, rolling, and eventually coming to a rest upside down. That is an unfortunate, poorly little Lancia. This from the, I guess, kind of like the third person view. It's too much speed, clonks, and it's a violent roll. It's a violent roll for the car. I think it could have rolled a lot quicker as well. Had it not sort of, it could have got stuck up on the rock face, could have slowed it down a little bit. But there we go. The Diamond Bullet up next on Farming Simulator. Now, they are trying to load a truck into a transport trailer. Now, I suspect there might be some mods involved. I don't know if you're normally really supposed to be doing this. Well, certainly the game doesn't want them doing this. Regardless, is not happy whatsoever. The few initial attempts do not go particularly well, but there is perseverance to try and get the truck in here. It bounces its way up. It's still not massively happy, but it does make its way into the trailer-ish, if a bit glitchily, and then everything falls over. Yep, it turns out it's probably not the best. The best idea. Some wriggling with the Ford does get the truck out of the trailer-ish. I mean, it is no longer stuck in the trailer, but it is now very much stuck on its side. Yeah, in the end, we have to get one of the sort of loader things to come along and pick the truck back up. Not quite got the landed on the wheels bit quite right on this one. And there we go. It does make its way back onto the wheels. Probably putting that in the trailer, not the best idea, if I'm honest. No. Let's maybe avoid that one again. That one guy on Wreckfest. Now this is the ultimate Flatmobile. This might be the best Flatmobile I've seen on the game. Got things wrong at the, I can't remember what circuit this is now, Desert Triangle thing. And, well, Yeah, that's a completely squished car. I think it used to be a drag slayer at one point in time, but it's certainly not anymore. The blower is the tallest part on that car. It's ridiculous. Guilty Spark up next on Dirt Rally 2 with a Citroen that's very poorly. Yes, that's a Citroen. Well, I say very poorly. It's just not loaded in most of the body panels. I mean, talk about weight reduction. That's pretty good going weight reduction right there. I mean, it's not very comfortable to drive, I would imagine, on a wet, muddy... I want to say New Zealand rally, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Limited slip on BeamNG Drive, though, can go one better in terms of the weight reduction, although it's a little bit more sudden in terms of the weight reduction. So, things went wrong. Things went wrong and clipped a lamppost or like a bus stop. I can't actually remember. Literally everything came off the car. The only things left are the engine and the front wheels. And now, amazingly, this still has steering. The whole body has come off in one go. Both rear wheels are gone. You couldn't do that one if you tried. You really couldn't do that one if you tried whatsoever. Mr. Dory up next on Mafia. Now, the FailRace Police Department have been around for quite a while, it would seem. So they get a wanted level. I don't quite know how it works on this game, but they get a wanted level. The police car turns around, they get out of the car, and apparently this is enough to confuse the police. Yes, the police crash into the player car, they're confused, they run around. I mean, the police are literally doing the least useful job of searching ever at this stage. They're literally the car they were looking for. They've crashed into it, now they get back into their car and go about their merry business. Yeah. The FailRace Police Department are impressively efficient. They never change. Whatever it might be, they still find ways to be very, very weird. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via our forums. There's a link in the description. At the very top of the page is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all the rules and how to submit them. That, though, is going to be it from me. Until next time, a goodbye.